Hi, everybody. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture. It's not cute, not knowing. I go by the nickname Ginger. We start off with a hug. Hope you guys are having a good day today. I may or may not be here tomorrow. I got some family stuff going on. One of my mother's sisters died. I got to see like how the day shakes out, but there will be a weekend edition. I have been grinding and grinding, grinding and grinding. So I may or may not. So I'm going to give you guys a double dose of everything that's going on. Get well wishes to Nick Cannon. He's going to be missing several episodes of The Masked Singer because he came down. He's sick. Niecy Nash is going to be stepping in. New season and final season of the CW show Black Lightning. It kicks off on Monday. Salt and Pepper was recently asked in an interview, why'd y'all do Spin like that? And Salt and Pepper was like, they tried to reach out to her. I was mixed. I didn't hate it, but I liked it. I felt some parts were rushed, but I just didn't feel right about how Spinderella was just treated to the side. True, the story was about them and how Sandy and Cheryl came to be Salt and Pepper, but they said that they reached out. But yesterday, 2 trailers I want you to look out for. Coming to America 2, which is coming on Amazon Prime. We get to see the story and the whys, and it looks so funny. March 5th, Amazon Prime. The new Aretha Franklin movie with Cynthia Erivo. I just saw clippings briefly. That miniseries is due to launch next month on the National Geographic channel. I just like looked up and I was like, oh, there's a trailer. So I gotta find out more. Danny Ray has died. Danny Ray, 85, was the Cape Man for The Godfather of Soul, James Brown. James Brown, in his set, when he would get worked up, he'd be like bent down on a knee, and this guy would come out and put that cape on James Brown. That was Danny Ray, and Danny Ray has died at the age of 85. A public viewing for the legendary Cicely Tyson is taking place Monday, February 15th in New York. She died last week at the age of 96. Her book, Just As I Am. First time she wrote an autobiography, and it came out last week. It is the #1 book in the country. SAG Awards are happening Sunday, April 4th, which is Easter Sunday. Whereas the Golden Globes may have overlooked some things, SAG Awards, they do things like give awards for the best cast. Da 5 Bloods, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. They're all streaming on Netflix. They were nominated. One Night in Miami, which is streaming now on Amazon. Chadwick Boseman got nominated not only for The 5 Bloods, but for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. Daniel Kaluuya for Judas and the Black Messiah. Leslie Odom Jr., who really embodies Sam Cooke in One Night in Miami. But this is award season, so you're just going to hear a lot about awards. A woman made a comment, and she says, why did you just tell everything that happens in Judas and the Messiah? This is a true story, okay? And Daniel Kaluuya plays the late Black Panther Party leader, Chairman Fred Hampton. He was assassinated at the age of 21. It is a true story. I'm not telling you nothing that you don't already know. It's if you know the history of this movie, it's not like she gave away the plot. If you know anything about that era, 1968, his assassination, and he was set up by someone that he entrusted in his camp, and that's actor Lakeith Stanfield. So I didn't give the plot away. It's a telling of the story. It's coming out on the 12th, but a lot of people are buzzing about it. So what's next for Kevin Hunter? What is life like after Whitney Houston? After Wendy Williams? I have a Whitney story I want to tell y'all. Kevin Hunter says, it's time to work on my legacy. And he is opening up an Italian restaurant in Brooklyn. He has hustle in him. He does. He says it's time to work on his legacy. I'm hearing that this is a high-end Italian restaurant, and we're just kind of like a little less than a week away from a soft opening. The restaurant business is not easy, particularly during these times, but Kevin Hunter is going into the restaurant business. Last week, when we were all shook when Wendy talked about her one night stand with Method Man, his wife spoke out and she just, she said some things, and a lot of people were like, Meth has been cheating and there's babies that's all outside your marriage. It's a hard situation. I can't even imagine what Method Man's wife, she had her battle with cancer, but when you're with someone and they're famous and they're sexy and there's groupies and women all around, but I hope she heals because she's in a lot of pain. Kanye West, wait, I guess this really makes it official that he and Kim Kardashian are over. He moved 500 pairs of sneakers out of the home that they shared in California. Trey Songz, so what's up, Trey, with that sex tape? Ex-girlfriends say he did it for publicity, because Trey didn't deny it, that he did it for publicity, and that he's broke. This documentary that's coming on Saturday night on Lifetime, I don't know if I'm strong enough to watch it. I don't. It's Whitney Houston, Bobby Christina. Didn't we almost have it all? Whitney dying in 2012, Bobby Christina dying in 2015. It always seems like that little girl never stood a chance. They talk about Nick Gordon, who later died, how he supplied them with drugs. Both of them battled addiction. They talk to Tina Brown, Bobby Brown's sister, who Whitney used to get high with all the time. They talk to singer Sherelle, who used to get high with Whitney all the time. They talk about Nick Gordon stealing from Whitney. He would take her credit cards. Whitney being molested as a teenager. They're saying this by Dionne Warwick's sister Dee Dee. Being bisexual because she was involved with Robin Crawford. Now, some of the things we're going to say, we already heard that. We already knew that. What are they going to tell us different? We didn't know that Bobby Christina almost drowned to death the night before Whitney died. The story is so sad. I don't know. I just don't, I think about it. I'm like, do I want to be sad? I know I'm going to start crying and just getting in my feelings because I loved Whitney Houston. But their lives were so tragic. And Bobby Christina, that young girl never stood a chance. Never. You would watch that reality show and you felt sorry for the little girl when you would watch Whitney and Bobby and the little girl there. It's just, I don't know. It airs Saturday night on Lifetime. Let's talk about this Sunday Super Bowl. I loved how you guys told me like what snacks you like and stuff like that. Tampa Bay, Kansas City. But there's a lot going on. You got Miley Cyrus doing something in the pregame for TikTok. Amanda Gorman, the young 22-year-old poet. She's got a new poem for a ceremony that they're having before the game. Her is singing America the Beautiful. National anthem, Philly's own Jasmine Sullivan, country singer Eric Church. By the way, y'all, Jay-Z's Rock Nation produces these shows. The Weeknd is the halftime performer, and this is how they said the performance is going to be. Phenomenal, different, historic. I know he's going to be doing some things in the stand because they don't want him on the field. We're either going to see a very long video or a mini movie, or it's going to be different, but I think it's going to be like video or like a movie. Ariana Grande may pop up as a surprise guest, but I'll ask again. And I know there are people that love The Weeknd, but I'm not excited, so I got to see. Because when you say things like historic, different, phenomenal, I think of Prince playing that guitar in the rain, or Bruno Mars. There were so many good performances. We're going to see what The Weeknd brings to the table. Commercials. Cardi B is doing a commercial for Uber Eats. John Travolta and his daughter doing a grease stand. Michael B. Jordan in the hot tub for Alexa. Dolly Parton, Will Ferrell. There's so many commercials, and a lot of people stick for that. For the snacks, is it the wings or the nachos or the dip? No double dipping. It's best to have your own dip so that you can just dig in as much as you want. But when other people do it, I did not like that before all this was going on. But, it's the snacks, commercials, the game, the pre-show. We're going to see, because Super Bowl Sunday is this Sunday. What about those strippers? Because they got to make money too. The poles are going to be sanitized. And when they do their thing, they're all going to be wearing masks. They may take off everything else, but they're going to be masked up. Rapper actor Ice Cube is going to be meeting with President Joe Biden about that contract with Black America. Maybe he has good intentions. Y'all know I like Ice Cube, but I was just like so disappointed. I was. When Ice Cube came through here at the radio station, because I've interviewed him about 3 times. And I was like, hey, he was walking the hall, and I said, hey, I think I scared him. I said, can I interview you? You could just come in here real quick so I could just ask you a couple of questions years ago. And I was just like disappointed because he was so cool. But he's going to be meeting with President Biden. We'll see what happens with that. And Funk Master Flex, who's a DJ out of New York, he got liposuction and he shared it on social media. Some things are too much for social media. So they asked him, Flex, why'd you do it? Why'd you get lipo? He said, well, Drake did it. Kanye did it. LL Cool J did it. Men who snitch. I don't know how I feel about men who snitch. You got to let me know. Leave the comments because I do read the comments. Give us a thumbs up. Tell people the channel is growing, and I appreciate you guys so much. In case you don't see me tomorrow, the weekend edition will be going up. There's the weekend edition and stuff like that. On my IG page at WDAS Patty, I'm going to be putting up the new trailer for the Aretha Franklin Genius biography, which is starring Cynthia Erivo, because we got to wait for the Jennifer Hudson one. I want to say it's coming out next fall, but the Cynthia Erivo one is coming out in March. So I am going to post that. My IG is WDAS Patty, and I do a podcast, Patty and the Millennials. We're just like doing. Have a good one, everybody. Hopefully I will be here. But the Super Bowl, in case I'm not, just get ready for Monday, because we're going to have so much to go over for Super Bowl and the highlights and the commercials and all of that stuff. It's not cute not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture.